Bruce Lee's final film, The Truth Behind Game of Death. July 20th, 1973. At just 32 years old, Bruce Lee, the most electrifying martial artist in the world, was suddenly dead. But at that very moment, he was in the middle of filming a movie he would never finish. In early 1973, Bruce Lee was at the peak of global fame. His film, Enter the Dragon, was about to launch him into worldwide superstardom. But behind the scenes, Lee was already working on another, deeply personal project, a film called Game of Death. This wasn't just another martial arts movie, it was Bruce Lee's philosophical masterpiece. Filming for Game of Death had actually begun earlier, in late 1972, in Hong Kong. Lee shot several key scenes, including the now iconic yellow jumpsuit sequence. The concept was simple, but powerful. A martial artist fights his way up a pagoda, each level representing a different fighting style. At the top, he faces his ultimate opponent. That opponent? 7'2" basketball star Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, one of Lee's real-life students. The fight wasn't just physical. It symbolized Lee's core philosophy: adapt, flow, reject rigid styles. But in March 1973, everything changed. Warner Brothers offered Bruce Lee a major Hollywood deal. He paused Game of Death to finish Enter the Dragon. That decision would unknowingly leave his passion project unfinished. On May 10, 1973, Lee collapsed during a dubbing session in Hong Kong. Doctors diagnosed cerebral edema, swelling of the brain. He recovered, briefly. Then came July 20th. Bruce Lee spent the day discussing a new film project with producer Raymond Chow. Later, he went to the apartment of Taiwanese actress Betty Ting Pei. There, he complained of a headache. He was given a painkiller, Equagesic. He lay down to rest. He never woke up. Bruce Lee was pronounced dead that evening. The official cause: cerebral edema, possibly triggered by a reaction to medication. At the time of his death, Game of Death was still incomplete. Only about 40 minutes of footage had been filmed. Years later, in 1978, the studio released a version of Game of Death, but it was heavily altered. Body doubles were used. Even cardboard cutouts of Lee's face appeared in some scenes. The original vision was lost. Only fragments of Bruce Lee's true film survived, including the legendary final fight with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Bruce Lee set out to create a film about growth, struggle, and truth. In the end, Game of Death became something else, a haunting reminder that even legends don't get to finish their final chapter.